Hey there, this is Weeza, and welcome back to Blossom, the Seed of Life. In this episode, we're going to continue on with upgrading the base and seeing what else we can find in the local area or even farther beyond. Since the last recording, I have upgraded the wagons. So now they're all tier 2. So we have one less wagon, but we've got tier 2 wagons now. So we've got actually even more space. And I ended up putting in the scanner, which is great. We can use that at our disposal to find certain things. And now we have space for 20 slots of material between our backpack and the storage there on the wagon itself. Of course, in the last episode, we got the tier 2 laser, the mining laser. So that's actually great. We can do quite a lot with that. What we're going to end up focusing on today is getting, let's see, we're going to go ahead and set up the tier 3 drill if possible. The tier 2 heater, which we only have the tier 1 now. And I believe the auto storage tier 1, which, let me put that recipe. I think it was already there, but we need some chromium ore for that, which granted we have the scanner, but we have not actually mined any of it yet. You have to mine it before you can actually start scanning it, which is cool. So let's go ahead and see if we can go find some. I think we are all set with everything. Power's all good. Yep. Okay. Let's go ahead and go. And we have not gone. There's a few directions we haven't really gone. Let's head out this direction. Go over some hills here. I think we've gone a little bit farther that direction, but not really this direction. So we're going to just basically see if we can find any facilities, any more blueprints and such. We haven't gone real well. There you go. There's a facility right there. That didn't take very long. I'm really looking for some of these higher end materials, like some more gold. I think there's some facilities back there too. Oh, well, there's a big chunk of something right there. Let's see if we can get in this door. What does this take? It requires 20 power. Okay. Let's just go ahead and hook it up and open it up. Cool. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, bunk beds. That's so funny how he lays down. It's just like, cracks me up every time. Okay, let's get the blueprint out of here. What is this? Habitat room beta. Okay. What is this power for? Is it for a television? I mean, that looks like a TV, but it's interesting because it's a glass. No, never. I'm sorry. It's not a glass room. What the hell am I thinking? It's transparent like it's always been. Okay, let's see what these data terminals have to say. A world that was kind. Humans used to wake slowly. Light would enter their homes gently, warming the walls before their eyes ever opened. There was no urgency in the mornings, no fear of falling behind. Time belonged to them then. I was built to help with small things, to clean surfaces, carry objects, and keep quiet company when silence felt too heavy. I was always nearby, but never the center of attention. That was enough. Okay, I'm curious to who the robots were that wrote these journals. Okay, let's get rid of that, and let's go over to that other facility. I think it was over there. I've already gotten turned around again. Okay, let's see. We can just go over this. Oh, that little thing there. Let's go see what this mineral is. Oh, and there's the facility right there. See if we can find any chromium. It looks like it's greenish. I don't know what this is. Cobalt. Oh. We need mining tier 3 for that. Hopefully, I know we had seen chromium in the last episode, and I'm hoping it wasn't tier 3, because if so, that's kind of sucking. But we'll find out. What is this? Oh, gold. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the gold. I don't think we've picked up gold yet. I guess we'll find out. I guess we have. Okay, fair enough. Well, looks like there's quite a bit of gold over here. I don't know what we need gold for. I know there's a recipe that requires gold wire, but I don't remember what it was for. Oh, and on top of that little hill over there, it looks like a different type of material as well. And up there. So we'll run over there in just a minute. Hopefully it's... Well, it might be cobalt, but we'll see. Wow. That ate up a lot of our battery charge, unfortunately. But that is the way. Oh, this is green. Or it looks green. Whenever the light hit it. Is this what we're looking for? Yes, it is. Perfect. And we can mine it. That's even better. Okay, well, we need 2 of them minimum to get these auto storages, and it looks like we're probably gonna need quite a few of them. I mean, wouldn't hurt. Let's see. Oh, there's more over there too. How's our battery? We should be able to get a couple more. Well, I only see 1 more, but maybe it'll hold. Oh, there's some more over there, it looks like. Excellent. What the hell is that? Something large over there that's starting to get drawn in. Oh yeah, I don't think we've seen that before. Yeah, that looks different. We'll drive over there in just a second. Okay, we might have enough to get a few more chromium before the battery's out. But it looks like, yeah, this is rendering in. Okay, we've definitely not been here. That looks like a giant ship. Let's get this real quick and we'll go over the hill. Okay, let's see what we got over here. Oh, wow. There's a facility over here too. I wish we could make a marker. What is that? Okay, that's aluminum. I actually ended up finding quite a lot of aluminum earlier. So we've already grinded that out. Oh, Jesus. The dune buggy's having a bit of issues. Oh. Well, there's actually quite a lot of stuff over here. This is interesting. That's silica over there. Is this a wagon? It sure is. What kind of wagon is it? Let's see. Okay. What is this? A container wagon. Requires grass, oleander, and aspen tree seeds. Huh. Well, that's cool. Okay. Can we take it with us? Surely we can. Yeah, why not? We'll take it because we'll probably be using it as soon as the game releases, when we get actual seeds and such. So this looks like metal and everything else, but we don't have enough energy left to do that. I'm not sure if we have enough energy to get back. Oops. Let's not do that. I don't want to use my remaining energy on something we don't need. Okay, we've got just under 800 meters to go. Let's get out of here and get back to base. This has been a good little adventure. We'll come back to this location in a moment. And I'm not sure if it, like, uses more energy. Oh my god, we are not going to make it. Oh, wait. I had the boost on. Let me reconnect with you when we get there. This is going to take a moment. Okay, so we've made it back to base. And if you're not using your boost, you can actually go a really great distance and not use a whole lot of battery with your rover, which is great. It seems like I use less energy with the rover than I do just walking, but that's cool. And another thing that I've done is I've put the tier 3 battery in here, and I've also put one over in line with this through the solar panels, so this one will always be charging because the solar panels feed it directly and then it goes into the main grid. So that way, at least if we have a catastrophic failure or something, at least we have 1,000, well, 2,000 energy, quite frankly. And they charge fairly quickly with everything that we've got. So let's put this blueprint in here. See what this is going to tell us. The habitat room. And heck, we might be able to start, building like the base out once we start getting more of these pieces. That's pretty cool. Iron ingot and aluminum alloy. It's expensive to make, but certainly not impossible. So to make this T1 storage, we need the processing unit, which is silver ore and chromium ore. We need 2 chromium ore for that. Damn, that's expensive. Wow. Okay, I've got gold on my back. What is this? That's sulfur. Oh, here's gold right here. We have found this before. Okay. I'd forgotten about that. We did that the last episode. That's right. We just get rid of this. We definitely need to get the storage solutions in place because this is just a catastrophic mess. It looks like, I don't know, child's candy that was thrown on the floor. Well, or adult's candy, I guess. Silver ore. We've got some of that here. Yeah, let's start with making just one of them and see how this thing works. I mean, granted, we get our parts back. We would get the part back. I haven't tried to dismantle, like, the actual pieces. Can we even do that? No, it doesn't look like we can. So once it's made into a product, you're kind of stuck with it. Which it looks like we're going to end up using these things anyway, but let's see. So we need to go inside to make the processing unit. And that is right here. Processing unit. Cool. Okay, we'll go over here. Make the auto storage. Stores items and automatically supplies them to nearby crafting stations and printers when in range. Okay. Yes. Hold on a second. Did it hold 16? Is that what it said? Yeah, 16 slot, range of 60. Okay. Well, that's going to be handy. I guess we can plug it in the back. Is there... Okay. The circle around us is what it will, I guess, fill to. But we can put it right here. I guess that'll make sense. And we'll go ahead and make a couple of these. And get the drone bay. Yeah, because I figure if we... Yeah, have a couple of them just lined up right here. That would make sense. 3, 4 of them. I'm guessing. I'm totally making this up as I go along at this point. But we have the materials to do it, I guess. Let's see, how much do we have? Yeah, we can make 3 more of them. So I guess we can. Why not? Let me go ahead and craft these things real quick. Get 1 more piece of silver. To make 1 more. This might be too much storage, but I don't know. It seems like it'd be quite handy to have this, especially when we get the drones. Oh, they snap together too. That's pretty cool. I wonder if you only have to, like, power one end of it. That would be pretty neat, if that were the case. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make another one. Why not? I mean, worst case, I have to drive around and look for more material. No big deal. So I did put this larger connector on here, which actually serves a great purpose. And I hooked everything back up because after doing some testing and everything else from the last episode, and before I started recording this one, I was testing some of the electrical stuff, and it does not draw power. I was looking at that, which is the power socket of how much power it does draw when it's on. But when it's off, it does not draw power. So at least that's what it was looking like. So that's great. Let me see. So we need to go ahead and get another junction. Do I have any extras? I had some extras a moment ago. I ended up dismantling one of them. But yeah, okay, we're good with that. So let's go ahead and make a junction here and split it right there. See if we can test the energy of the storage to see if it only takes one plug since they're all like connected together. Let me see, what else did I need? Oh, regolith, that's right. Oh, that was stupid. I had composite material right here. Composite metal right there. Totally forgot about that. It's been sitting there for so damn long. Yeah, I think just the basic one would work for this. Doesn't really matter how it looks either, quite frankly. Because I suspect I'm going to end up changing quite a few of these things. So there's an interesting graphical error. If you pull from this direction, the cable is super thick, which looks kind of funny. But if you pull it from any other direction, it's just normal. So, which is kind of comical. Now this one is a thicker cable, which I was thinking, I'm like, is that a graphic error? But I'm like, well, you know what? That device is huge, so it would take more power consumption, of course. So it would technically be a thicker cable. So I was like, all of these are slightly different sizes, it looks like. So I'm like, well, some of them anyway. So I'm like, that's kind of cool if that's what was intended. But yeah, thought that was interesting. So let's see if this will power all of these. Please tell me it does. No power connected. Oh, damn. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, I'm going to go ahead and use these things and make some basic splitters here because they're cheap and I have so many of these. And if we need to adjust later, we can certainly break them back down and make some different ones. No big deal. We'll put one more in here. Then we can connect them in the back side kind of thing. Kind of make this, try to make it look a little cleaner. Not sure if that's going to actually be the result, but whatever. And then plug it in here and we should be good to go. Now it has power. Yes. Well, cool. Okay, so now that it's going to feed everything that we have going on. So what I was thinking is if the drones are in place, if they would clean all this stuff up. I'm curious about that. Let's see if we can go ahead and make one. And what's going to take to do that. Okay, so we need one more processing unit and one more gold wire. Okay, I don't know if we can make another processing unit, unfortunately. Well, we can. Or we could just dismantle one, quite frankly, and see how it works. Let's do that. It's just faster. And we can make more storage later. So deconstruct this. That cable should go away. Yep, cool. Here's a processing unit, and we need gold wire. So we got gold right here. Go ahead and should make the gold wire in here, I would believe. Yep, here we go. So that was easy enough. Let's go ahead and make this and see how these things work. This is tier 1. Okay, there's power on it. So, well, let's put it right here for now. Put the power in the back. That'll work. Then we can just plug it in right there. So that ended up working out okay. Plug this in. Okay. Drone, baby, drone. Whoops. Just fly across the map. Okay, how does this thing interact? Okay, so I can store materials in here. Is that what it makes it do its thing? Wait a minute, this is silver. It says it's like easy to mine materials it will pick up. Well, let's just try it. See if it cleans this thing up. Target iron deposit. Activate drone. Okay, there we go. So it only does deposits? Let's see what options there are. Okay, that does do silver. Okay, aluminum, sulfur. Yeah, because I wasn't able to mine I thought it was only going to be mining things that I was able to mine because I can't mine silver without my rover. But that's cool. And I was thinking it's like, hell, if it just does regolith, that'd be pretty sweet because we'll always have at least regolith coming in for energy production. But with the solar panels and everything else, I think we're good on that anyway. So if it only does these, I guess that's okay. Let's send it off. See how this thing functions. I was really hoping it was going to, like, clean this stuff up. It'll take a while. But, you know, hey, at least we've got some kind of automation going on. That's pretty cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put all these things in storage. Yeah, all the parts that we have made, I'm going to go ahead and put those in storage first. So at least I'm not wasting materials and making them again by mistake. So how does this just load it? Perfect. Yeah, that's nice. I guess the copper can go over there. Try to keep it somewhat organized. This is interesting. It says storage does not have enough slots. It holds 16. Oh! Oh, now I get it. So each row is what it's going to end up holding. That makes sense. And that's actually kind of cool. How do I get stuff out of it? Oh, there we go. Interesting. So let's remove this. Yeah, and we'll put the copper in here. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I actually like this. This is kind of cool. There we go. So then copper will go in here. So if we ended up putting like all the silver in here, whenever he gets silver, the drone, they'll just start filling it back up. So what is this? Oh, that's aluminum. So he's already sort of picking it up. That was pretty quick. That's actually kind of cool. I'm going to go ahead and put the uranium. What? Why is that? Why does that go there? Oh, that's his storage. That's right. I forgot about that. But I thought they only had one storage. He's got one storage. This has 8. Okay, well, that's kind of cool. See if we can reorganize this. There we go. I want to put the uranium on the far end. And I guess put this thorium in there too. So yeah, I can see it being quite handy to have just a whole mess load of these things. Unfortunately, it's only 4 per row, but that's okay. So we've got the... What was that? I don't even remember. The thorium, okay. But they can't pick up thorium. So it's one of the questions of like, you know, do you just use or store the stuff that they can pick up? I guess not. That's kind of silly. Okay, so I went ahead and organized this as best as I can for now. I might end up doing more, but I was just thinking of like, you know, is it practical to have one of these for every single type of material? And from what I can count, there'd be 14 of them from what we currently are able to, well, not even mine all of it, but, you know, some of the things, I think it's 15 because we're going to need to go get some titanium in just a moment for another upgrade. But let's see how this works out for crafting through that storage there, because it doesn't say we have it available to us, obviously in our immediate inventory, but we were supposed to be able to craft from the storage, and it doesn't look like we can. Oh, probably because I don't have any chromium. That would be a good reason. I need to get some of that anyway. But that's actually not what we're trying to do here anyway. So we need gold wire, which I don't have that on me. So yeah, we can craft from storage, just like it says we could. So what I'm doing is going ahead and replacing the T3 drills, or the T2 drills with the T3 drills, just to prep for whenever the game releases. And we need some pressure cores. How many do we need? Wow, we need 6 of them. Jeez. Well, if that's the case, we can get some of them from there whenever we take them down. Let's see, pressure cores. Yeah, now it says we don't have any sulfur, but we have sulfur right there. So that's interesting. And the weird thing is we just made one, and I only had 1 sulfur on me. Okay. There we go. I'm not sure what happened there. I think that was a me thing. Interesting. Well, I'm going to make 1 more. And then we'll break down these other drills to see how many. I think we get 2 from there, if I'm not mistaken. I cannot remember. Let's go ahead and break these down. Get them out of the way. They're just taking up space at the moment. Yeah, I think there was 2 pressure cores in that. Yeah, cool. That's good. No sense in making way too many of those things. And silver wire. Yeah, that totally makes sense for what this would take. Let's get the 2 pressure cores and drop off some stuff over here. Okay, so it takes 3 pressure cores, 1 gold wire to make one of the T3 drills. My God, this thing's huge. Oh, okay, I thought it was that. Well, actually, it is huge. Where's the power coming in? Surely at one of its feet. You would think. I don't see where the power would be. This thing is massive. I mean, do we only need 1? Oh, there's the power. Okay. So we're going to have to change the way we're thinking about this. Unless they can stack right next to each other, which they should be able to. If this can fit, there's stuff in the way. Damn it. Well, I guess they could go over here. We'll just start running everything around. Let me just go ahead and build it, and then we'll look at moving it in a minute, because we had some extra pieces laying there anyway, so that looks pretty cool. All right. Let's get back over to the ground level here and get these things out of the way. I think that we're preventing that from sitting there. We might have to move a couple things forward a little bit if we want to move it back to this area, which would make sense because it's not going to take up any space. Well, any footprint that's not already manipulated in that regard. So let's see. See if we can move this back. Let's see here. This thing is just so big. Wow. But it's actually kind of cool. So let's see here. It should be able to fit back here. I'm sure the ground has to be flat and all that stuff. Why? Okay, there it goes. Just trying to find the sweet spot here. It's a damn shame it won't fit right here. Okay, it'll fit right here. So if I move everything up, I should be able to get the other one kind of in front of it. So then they can just be like stacked in front of each other. And I think that would just kind of work better, quite frankly. I mean, the other one could go right here. Let's see. Let's see if that'll work that way. It should. If so, then we could just kind of like make a little square over here. Kind of keep this organized. Yeah, that'll work. That way I don't have to move absolutely everything. And that works the perimeter of the circle anyway. See, I will just have to have a junction coming down here to get the power into this spot, which is not a problem. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going to stack them this direction. That kind of makes sense. It just fits a little bit better, and we could actually get a third one in there if we need to. I might end up moving everything a little bit later, but it's going to be kind of congested once we get things back in here. So, and it'd be easy to power them from right here. So I think this might be a better location for them. And they're completely out of the way, and they're right there at the edge of the perimeter of our building radius. Well, there's a couple things that I've been changing around and just moving things around. I ended up adding an extra solar panel and throwing them at the very top of the hill to get them completely out of the way. That seems to work just fine. But we never put in the data recovery terminal. Not sure if it's necessary or not, but let's see. I guess this one can go anywhere. Interesting. It doesn't have a designated spot like the other one did. So we could just throw it over here. Get it out of the way. That'll do. So yeah, I guess we can use that to read any of the memories and everything else that we'd found along the way. Okay, fair enough. That's cool. If we ever need to reference any of those, we certainly can. And oh, there's another thing we haven't done. It's from the very beginning of the game. We can now go ahead and get the overlays, the mining module version 3, which is 100% increase to mining, and the overlay for water. So that's pretty cool. I mean, we don't have any water anywhere anyway, but let's see what it actually says. Water socket. Oh, that's funny. It shows you where the water is actually going to be. Not that we have any water on this planet yet, but that's kind of interesting though. Okay. So I think we've got all of the main terminals done, which is fantastic. We'll be good to go once the release of the game happens. Let's just make sure that we have nothing else that we need to do. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, cool. So what I wanted to do now is go ahead and make the refinery 2. Go ahead and replace that piece. So we need to find some titanium and get some more chromium. So we should be able to get the scanner to find chromium. That should not be a problem. We need to unhook this thing too. We definitely don't need to be hauling around a extra wagon for no reason. I don't think that we're going to be able to find seeds or whatever the hell that thing is asking for. We can also make the heater T2s. So, because I know as the game progresses, once it releases, we're going to have to, like, start, you know, doing all this stuff in much greater quantities. And this is just a T1, right? Yeah, it is. So what does it take to make the T2s? I'm not sure if we even have everything we need to do that. So I could start breaking those down. Heat core and silver wire. You know what? I think we can do these. What does the heat core take? I can't remember. Heat core. Oh yeah, we can make these. Yeah, actually quite easily. So to take, okay, four heat cores total. Let me go ahead and break these down. We can move these too, because we should get one heat core out of these, and I just need to make 2 more, so that's not a problem. Yeah, I actually like the way that the building ends up working. You know, as you progress, you know, you need copper wire, and then that goes to silver wire, and then gold wire, but all of the other, like, main components, like in this case, the heat core is the same. So that's pretty cool. You know, I was curious if we could fit these back here. We might be able to, but this battery's in the way. But I might just have to deal with that, because I need to run some power to it anyway. So let me move this out of the way. See if we can get this kind of organized well. Should be able to do this, I would think. I'm just going to throw it over here for now. And I don't know if we could daisy chain these. I tried to do that earlier and just run cables to like each one, because, you know, each one has 2 electrical outlets, but I could not seem to get it to work. Now, I was testing it in a kind of a funny way, seeing if, like, you know, you plugged one into another battery that was already plugged in, but it wasn't actually charging for some reason, even though one of them was full and one was empty. And I ended up putting the empty one at the very end of the row, and it didn't start like instantly charging. So, and it didn't start charging at all, actually. So I'm not sure if that was a mistake on my end, or it's not intended to do that like that, but yeah, who knows? Okay, let's see if we can get these things in here. Okay, we need the silver wire, which, yeah, I thought I had it on me. Never mind, it's just laying on the ground here. Oh my God. Yeah, okay, this is a little large. That's just kind of, let me change this camera around a little bit, like, look at it from space. That is hilarious. Jesus. Definitely compensating for something. Okay, one could go there, and the other one might be able to come over here. I'm not sure if they can fit both. They should be able to fit both of them right here, next to each other. I guess we'll find out in just a second. Okay, where's the power, though? That's really the big question, because all these things take a list. Oh, okay, it's right there at the very bottom, and it's just on one side. Fair enough. That actually might be able to work out just fine. Let me see if I can do this from up on the hill. This is kind of hilarious. Like, everything's getting massive. But in reality, I guess it would. Okay, let's see. Okay, that is as far as I could make that. That thing is huge. I was thinking, like, you know, it'd be cool to actually, if there was a bigger plateau up there, that you could put them up there. Yeah, I don't think they'd stack next to each other. And the drills definitely would now, if I ended up, because I move a couple things forward a little bit. But let's see if we move this, this should not be in the way. And just move that up a little bit. And luckily, all the wires move with it. There we go. So hopefully that's not going to be conflicting with anything. It shouldn't. So let's see if we can get the other one in there. I need to make some more silver wire, which is easy to do. I've got plenty of it on the ground. And I think, am I out of silica ore? No, I'm not. Okay, cool. So I need to make 2 heat cores. So I need, yeah, just 1 wire. And then 2 more pieces of silica, or excuse me, 4 more pieces of wire. Excuse me, jeez. Silver ore, 2 more pieces of silver ore. which I think I have. Yeah, here we go. And I'm picking up everything but what I need. Let me drop off some of this stuff. Don't need that. And I don't need the copper wire. Okay. The silica's already in there, so we can go ahead and just do that from storage. Okay, here we go. 2 heat cores coming up. We got those done. That was interesting. I guess it automatically made the silver wire. Because I already had 1 on me, and I needed 2. I only made 1. That was interesting. Okay. Let me just put it over here. So it'll pull from that anyway, if, you know, in the future. Or whatever. I don't know. Oh, never mind. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Jesus. I'm looking at this all wrong. I wasn't crafting that. Here we go. Now let's put the other one in. Maybe. Oh, it will fit. Look at that. Okay, which side is the power on? Perfect. We need to go this way. Is that straight? Let me run over here and see. Just to make sure, because I did straighten up that drill a minute ago. Because I'm like, oh, but come on. You have to at least get it straight. Otherwise, it's just lazy. I think that should work. Looks like it. Oh, look at that. Masterclass. Yeah, cool. So then we can just run the daisy chain right here. Plug them both in. And we're good to go. Yeah, these power generation's going to end up moving a little bit too. All of this is going to end up moving a little. I'm going to put the power generation probably... I might put it over on the other side here. But now that we've got this kind of perimeter, funny enough, how the wagon's going, that's probably how everything's going to be built in. And the storage and everything will probably be moved forward a little bit with the drone bays. Because we'll probably have quite a lot of storage, quite frankly. It just makes sense. But I'll do that, you know, between this recording and us starting the full continuation of the series whenever the game releases. But yeah, at this point, we can hook those up in the back, but that's not really crucial at the moment. I love how it's lit up and it's not even plugged in. So I think that's something that they should probably look at and address so it doesn't, I guess, confuse anyone, quite frankly. Yeah, because the overlay, there's nothing plugged in back there. But yeah, I want to go ahead and run around and get some more things, because one thing we need to do is find some titanium. So let's go ahead and look at this here. Nope. Let's get that off of that. Come on, get off of that. There we go. Yeah, we've got the T3 drill. We've got the T2 heater. Terraformer. That's all good. We're looking for something else. What was it? There's all kinds of stuff that we can start doing. Battery T3, we have several of those. Fuel generator T2, we've been using that for a while. We don't have any wind generators, and I was going to put those on the hill where the solar panels initially were, so we can get those later too. That actually is not easy, not difficult to do. I'll throw those up there before the end of the episode. Oh, that's right. It was the refinery T2. We need to do that, and that requires composite frames and power junction, which takes iron ore and titanium and chromium and copper. So that will be fun. Let's go over here, turn this thing on while it's being charged, because it definitely uses the battery. And I thought about actually putting an extra battery on here too and throwing one more, even if it's a small wagon, just to have the scanner on there and then have 2 batteries in this thing. So we're not ever going to run out of electricity, because by the time we use one drill, all of our storage is full. So then we'd have 1 battery left to be able to always make it home. And that, you know, that makes sense. Let me go ahead and do that real quick and throw that together. So then we'll have 3 wagons, but you know, one of them is just going to be the short one. Yeah, that'll work. Hold, please. Okay, so this is all set up now. I'm going to go ahead and activate it for chromium. See if we can find that anywhere in a reasonable distance. And it doesn't look like it. Oh, wait. Nope, that's our little rabbit friend. I don't know what that is. 210 meters away? What is that thing up there? I don't know what that is. What is that showing us? Huh. We're going to have to go look at that for sure. But I don't see chromium anywhere. I don't know what the distance is on this thing. I'm sure it's kind of limited. That's why it's version 1. But we can go ahead and... I don't want to leave this thing on. So let's just turn it off and we'll go that direction and find out what that thing is. I have no idea. But yeah, we're fully charged and we're good to go. Yeah, it was 200 and something meters this way. Okay, at least I hooked them up correctly this time. Yeah, and having an extra battery, I mean, it's not a bad thing for sure. So yeah, whenever you turn on the scanner, the stuff stays up on the HUD for a little bit. Oh, you know, it's this thing. Did we never look at that? Huh. I'm not sure. Maybe we didn't. I thought we've come over here, but I guess we haven't. Let's go ahead and check this out. Plug it in. Fear spread quietly at first, not panic, realization. Something unstoppable was moving toward everything they loved. I think we've already read that one. Let's turn this thing back on and see what the heck it was pointing at. Okay, now it's on the thing, but that... Okay, no. Okay, now I'm just making stuff up. Was it our vehicle that it was pointing at? No, it's that thing right there. Okay, that's the bunny. That's the base. That's the rover. Oh, it's the drone. Okay, that's the first time I'd seen that. That's why I was like, what in the hell are we looking at? Okay, that's 480, 470. Okay. In that general direction. Let's go ahead and turn this off. No sense in wasting the power on that. And let's run in this general direction. Yeah, I'm leaving the boost mode off. Oh yeah, it was in that that large craft over there that we couldn't get access to. And there's a couple things over here I don't think we actually ended up opening or looking at either. What is this? There's another facility we haven't been into? I believe so. Yeah, I don't think we've been in here. I honestly don't know. It would be nice if you could place a marker or something. I don't think we've been in here, though. Well, clearly not. The door's locked. I think it would open if we'd actually, you know, done it before. Or stay open. Is that how that works? I think so. Yeah, once you add power to it, it stays open. But then again, yeah, we've read this one. One human being watched the skies longer than the rest. Her eyes followed patterns that others ignored. I think we've read that one. They're all running together now at this point. Yeah, I was not built to understand endings, only continuity. You know what? I don't know. I don't know if I've read these or not. Oh, we have not been here. Okay. Because we have steel here. Which I guess we don't necessarily need steel. But it's good to have, I guess, because, you know, reasons. So, this is definitely a new place. And the good thing is the laser will shoot through the door and do it for us. Here we go. Let's see what this blueprint is. Rectangular corridor segment C. I'm assuming that's the corridor that we're currently standing in. Yeah, that one had, well, that's windows on all sides. So I don't know. I was assuming that was going to be what you were standing in. I think that was another corridor. Data recovery terminal. Perhaps this is why the first crack felt so strange. Like a sound that should not exist. Creepy. Okay, well, we're getting some product. We've read that one. Yes, we have. Moving on. Let's go, little man. Okay, well, there's... Actually, what we're looking for is right in front of us. Right on top of that little hill there. It looks like a very big tower over there. Something's coming in. Oh, no, we did go over there. That was that thing that we couldn't access. Yeah, it's interesting because I'm like, have we been here? Have we been there? I'm wondering if there's going to be like some type of marker that we can be like, okay, you've done the northwest quadrant or whatever. That would be very helpful. Okay, let's get this chromium. Unfortunately, it's only 2 pieces, but... Oh, there's some more right there. Perfect. Well, that will work out just fine. Okay, looks like sulfur, copper. Got another one of those bins over there that we need to charge. And, what was it? 2.8 electricity to go in there. And the nice thing about these is whenever you open them, because I've opened one since then between recordings, once you open it, it like dissolves and goes away. So you don't have to like see it from a distance and question like, oh, have I had that one yet? And it is a shame that you can't put one of the 1,000 watt batteries on these things. Okay, this takes 3.4. The last 2 we did were 2.8. Oh, perfect. Okay, blueprint for a chair. Exciting stuff. I mean, I don't know if we need this steel. Well, we're obviously going to keep it, but... And luckily, we don't need a whole lot of chromium. We've got 1 more space on the... 2 more spaces on the wagon, and... Yeah, all 8 of mine, so that's cool. So let's go back and get this. And one thing to remember is if we need steel again, there's a whole bunch of it right here that we could not get until now that we've got the bigger mining laser. Where was that? Oh, there it is, right in front of us. Perfect. It is nice having this extra battery, but I'm driving a heck of a lot slower. I'm not using the boost at all because it just like eats through battery. Not using the boost, obviously it takes a lot longer, but you could get just a stellar distance, which is pretty sweet. So let me go ahead and collect this and we'll see if there's anything over that crest that we could possibly explore. Well, that's cool. We've got some more right there. Oh, look at this. It's so funny. You like literally pop your head over these things. You're like, oh, here's something. I don't think we've interacted with one of these before. What is these? Is it something we need to... Oops. Okay. You guys okay? Let's see what we do with this. Okay, it's a memory fragment. The last plan. She spoke of a world that could begin again, of life continuing, even if humanity cannot, when they already tried and failed. Okay. Everything's looking so bleak, my little robot friend. Well, let me dig myself out of this dirt hole here. Can I pull this thing out? That would be kind of funny. But no, I guess I can't. Well, let's try this another way. Just drive. Oh, am I actually stuck? Oh, good. There we go. I was about to say, oh my God, that would really suck. That looks like a fishing hut that would go on, you know, a coastal town or whatever. We'll go over there, see if it looks like Boston. I doubt it. Okay, there's another container over there with a blueprint. It's kind of like, we should have enough battery to do both of those. Yeah, surely. I mean, we're actually doing pretty good. And we're almost full on everything, so that's good too. So then we could just start exploring a little bit. Not worrying too much about using excessive battery. That ship looks really cool. It's a damn shame we can't get in there. Well, as far as I know, we can't. Unless we crawl in through the engines, which I don't think that's a thing. Wait a minute. This is something, whatever. Let's just plug it in. Get this thing going. Okay, 2.1. Oh, that was a lot faster. So I guess exact is... Oh, it's the jukebox. How funny. Exact is a relative statement. Okay, where was the fishing shack? Ooh, what is this? Those red things are new. I don't think we've seen those. Interesting. I mean, I could throw the blueprint of the jukebox on the floor if we need to collect some of these things. So that, oh, there's, jeez. It is hilarious. You turn around and there's all kinds of stuff that you need. And that's new as well. What the hell is that? Thorium. I'm sorry. Isn't that what this is? That's chromium. Okay. Well, we can mine this. We might as well get a piece. It should unlock some stuff. How much is that eating the battery? It's okay, I guess. Let's get one of these. Collect it. I mean, have we already gotten thorium? I don't believe we have. But it didn't actually, like, open anything up. Let's see what this other thing is. It looks like chocolate. And you know it's chocolate. Of course it's chocolate. Let's see here. Lithium. Interesting. I know we haven't picked this up. So this would what, make better batteries? Is this like the tier 3? Okay, it's now scannable, which that's cool. How's my inventory? I have 2 more slots left. Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and get one more piece of this. I mean, why not? So there's like tons of stuff to keep collecting this game, which is actually really cool. I mean, we only went one general direction so far, like today when we started venturing out, and we found all kinds of stuff. Let's go over to this fishing hut and then head back to base. It's in that general direction anyway. This has been kind of cool. And I literally thought about making that scanner trailer or scanner wagon into the two-piece chicken meal, just so I could put more storage on there. But I'm like, man, am I ever going to be like going around getting that much stuff? Yes, clearly. And it's literally the first journey that I set out on after saying that to myself. I'm like, this should be fine. Oh, well, look at this. Oh, well, this is interesting. So we need to break this stuff down and then power that up there. But I don't see a door anywhere. And some of this steel, like, takes a lot of effort to actually break down. But that's cool. We can come back and get this steel later. Or never. I mean, there's also that option. Yeah, our electricity is doing pretty good. We still have about 3/4 of that last battery. So we'll definitely be able to make it back. That's not a problem. Plus, you know, my battery. Okay, so what are we doing up here? What is this? Landing pod version 5, section 1. Is this a memory or something? Well, I can't plug into it. Here we go. Yeah. The fall of order. They decided to build a weapon. Not out of anger, but desperation. A single strike meant to stop what was coming. What was coming? I'm not really sure. They poured everything into it. Time, power, faith. There would be no second attempt. They aimed at the sky, hoping to stop what they didn't understand. Well, they said that they scorched the sky. Was that what the weapon that they used? Well, this is interesting because there's nothing else up here. And yeah, I was excited about this. It's clearly not a fishing hut. So there's that. Okay, let's get back to base. Well, we found platinum. I think we've ran into this before. This requires a T3 laser, but it's one of those things. If you find a big one like that, you know there's a smaller one somewhere. So yeah, I think we need a titanium, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I've made it back to base, and whatever is going on over here, our battery is getting drained quickly. And I don't know what we even have plugged in. The drills are not plugged in, and the heaters are not plugged in. So, wait a minute. Yeah, we're not producing enough power. Of course. So let's actually get our drone to start collecting something else. Oops. Let's deactivate him and then switch over to the regolith. There we go. He's returning with what he's currently got, and we'll, yeah, start making some more batteries or some more fuel rods. Yeah, because I don't have any regolith over here at all. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, we have 3 pieces. Terrible. Okay, the power's back on. For now, at least. I'm going to go ahead and daisy chain these two and see if this thing will work correctly. Yeah, it's pulling power from it, so yeah, it looks like that does work, which is good. So if we actually plug this in, it should zap that really quick. Yeah, it's charging both of those in the back. Yep, cool. I knew that was going to work, but not really sure about what the situation is with that. But we'll go get some regolith real quick and make some more rods. That actually is very easy to do, thankfully. Yeah, luckily there's like little regolith nodes all over the place. So in just one little trip, we can probably make a good 10 batteries or 10 fuel cells. So that's great. I mean, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, they're going to get farther and farther out. So is that going to be something we have to contend with? And you know what? I don't think I plugged the solar panels back up. That might be why we were actually in such poor conditions just then. I have to check on that when we get back for sure. Okay, we just got 20 pieces without even trying, and we didn't even go very far. Excellent. Let's go ahead and make these things. It would be really great if you could craft directly from your trailer or wagons. That would be really cool. Let's plug this thing back in. I mean, it's going to sap some of the battery, but okay. No big deal. I'm about to remedy this problem right now. And it's also a shame you can't tell it to, like, do more than one at a time. Okay, we're good. I'm going to go ahead and make the rest of them off of the wagon into rods. That is why I still have this. Sometimes this is a little annoying. Why I have that storage shelf there. And it's like it never even happened. And I think our drone's going to go ahead and fill up this entire thing with regolith, which is fine. Once he's done, he automatically gets turned off. And he's not going to like turn himself back on automatically if I move stuff, which I actually appreciate. So then it stops using energy and such. Well, all right, power production is back up. We are good to go. Everything is running the way it should be. Now we're going to see. Okay, everything's plugged in. Everything's being charged. Is that correct? Well, that's not being charged yet. Is this one charging? What is this one doing? It's not doing anything. So I'm curious if that daisy chain is working or not. I am not sure. Because nothing's coming from it. And we're definitely producing enough power with both of those generators on, because it's been working perfectly fine all this time. Oh, you know what? The solar. Let's plug those back in. I forgot about that. Okay, that's what fixed it. I plugged in the solar and now everything's being charged. So perfect. These do actually work as a, chain together. I figured they would. And I was actually thinking about putting like a line of them like in the very back and having just one up in the front. Because I'm assuming if the one in the front is dead, then the rest of them are completely zapped. So like just having a line of them right here. Because you could, literally just connect them all together, run them directly from that, run all of them through, and then connect right over here. So, and it'd be clean and, well, you wouldn't really see it. So yeah, I might do that between episodes. I mean, I'm enjoying just like putting things together. So that's actually been quite enjoyable. And before the start of the next episode, whenever we get the full release, I think I'm going to build some more storage as well. And yeah, put in some more batteries. Go ahead and prep for that. But there was one other thing we needed to do. And I'm not sure if we can actually do it just yet. Yeah, we still haven't found titanium. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. But yeah, I think this episode has probably ran long enough. I am not quite sure because I kept the video recording whenever I was just grinding some stuff out at times, which I usually don't do. But anytime I have stopped the recording, I tend to forget to restart the recording, and I'll just sit there and yammer for a good 20 minutes and not, have anything recorded at all, and completely skip some good content, quite frankly, when we find stuff. Okay, we've gone that direction. I'm not quite sure where else we should go. Oh, you know what? I forgot I took all these things off. How funny. I dumped them all whenever we had to go run and find the regolith real quick. Let's go ahead and put these in here. It's a chair. Exciting stuff. Rectangular corridor segment C. And then segment D. Okay. Well, we'll start being able to like build some stuff eventually. This got completely unorganized again very quickly. We can at least make the power junction though. I think we need 2 of these. The power junction. Oh, damn it. I unplugged this thing. Oops. But I'm going to go ahead and just make 1. Yeah, and the composite frame. Well, I'm just going to run around real quick and see if I can find some titanium. I'm not going to bore you to death with running around, but I'm going to definitely bring you back in when we get there. So, you know, as we all say, hold please. Okay, well, we found something new. I just decided to just head east. I don't think we've actually ran east yet. Oh, that's more cobalt. I guess we have seen that before. Never mind. Moving on. Oh, well, here we are. It's funny because iron, silver, and titanium now look very, very similar. So we might have been running around this several times by now. But luckily now we've got it at the scanner, so we can go ahead and not have to deal with that shit, which is good. So yeah, we can go ahead and wrap up this and make the tier 2 refinery, which we only need to make 1 of them. So that's cool. And we only needed 2 pieces of this. So luckily we'll have some extra for whenever. Let's just see. I want to check this and throw titanium on here and see where it is. Is it like all over the place? Like the base is right there. Yeah, there's nothing near it, so I wasn't going crazy. 400 meters, 82 meters. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go to the 82 meters real quick and get some more of it, and then we'll have a decent stock of it, I think. I don't think we've been in that building either. Well, there we go. Bam. So east is the way to go for titanium, at least on this map, because it is procedurally generated as far as I know. It has to be, because whenever I restarted the game, it was not the same map. So, you know, there's that. But then again, this is also survival mode, and the other one was in the other adventure mode or whatever the hell it's called. So maybe that has something to do with it. Okay, we've got quite a bit of titanium now, which is great. Let's see what we got. Oh, got another one of these. I think this is a blueprint. We got some gold over there. Some more of that green stuff, whatever it's called. I can't remember. Let's go ahead and open this. See if we can get it perfect. Oh, damn, not even close. Yeah, I'm curious, like, you know, we've got a chair. Like, we've already got the chair. This is a different chair. We've got the bed on our backpack already. Oh, damn. We're full. Oops. Okay, the wagon is now full. So we only have so many slots left. What is this? Landing pod section 3. This is landing pod section 2, section 1. Well, let's start at number 1. This should be memory fragments, yeah? Okay. The fall of order. Humans have forgotten how much they relied on order. Without it, everything felt fragile. They were not prepared to carry the world alone. Okay. Are you saying we're lazy? I think that's what it's saying. Fear grew teeth. Neighbors became strangers. Communities disbanded. Hope fractured under its own weight. Nice. It is interesting how they have these, like, to access these things, this is what you need to do. They did not descend into chaos. They drowned in uncertainty. And in the drowning, they reached for anything that promised control. The calm world they knew collapsed without warning. Okay. Hope. That's what I hear from that, right? Yeah. Well, let's run back to base and put this stuff back together. Or, you know, build the rest of it. Refinery tier 2. And we will, I think, have everything at that point that we need. Okay, so I'd already made the power junction. That is good. We've got that. Let's go ahead and make the composite frame real quick. Let's see, it was right here. Perfect. So now we've got that. We can go ahead and dismantle this other one real quick. It's going to go in the same spot. If I can manage to get that correct. There we go. Deconstruct this. That's good to go. Yeah, we'll go ahead and make that and put it in the right spot. Or hopefully it fits. Seems like everything's getting a little bit bigger and bigger, which makes sense. So I did get another chair. We found that bed a minute ago, which is kind of cool. We can go, you know, start making things. Oh, geez, this thing is a hell of a lot bigger. Of course it is. I mean, why wouldn't it be? That's okay. It still kind of fits there. I'll rearrange this stuff a little bit later. At least it's there. And plugged in. Oh, wow. It fits a whole lot more. I wonder if you can automate this with your drones. Like, I don't see... Let's see. Can I actually access this? No, it doesn't do any... Requires medium ores to create ingots. Oh. Oh, well, yeah, duh. That said the other one, I believe. Well, actually, hold on a minute. What does this say? No power. Okay, well, that's kind of obvious. And an easy fix. Let's go ahead and just plug it in. See what it says. Because I don't remember it saying that. Okay, refines soft ores to create ingots. Okay, so that is two different things. Fair enough. I was thinking that you could actually, you know, use the regular stuff as well and only have one refiner. But let me see. What's something that we've refined? Aluminum. Yeah, okay. That's what we've done, and that's titanium. Nope. I don't want the titanium. Let's get that out of my inventory before I do something with it I don't want to. So we've got silver. I think it's right here. Yeah, here's some aluminum. Because this is one of the few things that the drone can actually go pick up. So, yeah, I would think. Nope, it doesn't work in there. Okay, so you need two different refiners. Fair enough. And knowing is half the battle, G.I. Joe. Okay. The only thing left we need to do is put up some windmills. And we're going to throw those right over there. Can we throw those in now? Well, it's easy enough to make. We need quite a bit of silver, though. Which, it's not a problem, actually. I wanted to make 3 of these. And then, as we progress, I was just going to basically dismantle these. And, you know, use the parts for the better stuff. And look, we actually have enough. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough aluminum, though. Oh, we do. We do have enough. Perfect. Look at that. It's like I planned ahead. Well, I guess we need to plug this thing back in. Okay, so we're making the aluminum ingots. We'll need 3 of those, and we're going to put those windmills right up here. So let me go ahead and get this set up. Oh, well, it was already here for a reason. Oh, perfect. This is actually going to be perfect. We could tie right into it from right there. Excellent, excellent. Let me go ahead and move this thing over here. It's going to go somewhat like this. We can clean this up later. But at least we can get it. Oh, you know what? Let me move it over here. Because sometimes it conflicts with moving large objects. So we're going to go ahead and place them first. And I might just go ahead and build all 3 of them real quick and just throw them out somewhere. Oh, wait. We need to get the ingots. Oops. It's 1, 2. We need 1 more. What happened? Oh, there we go. That was my mistake. Okay, luckily this thing's fast enough. And we'll be done with that in just a second. Okay, so we can go ahead and make 3 of these. And what I was saying is, like, you know, often I will literally just throw it somewhere and then move it for fine tuning later, because it's actually a little easier to do whenever you're not in the building menu or in the printer menu. But I mean, I guess this is fine. Oh, you know what? That takes 2 aluminum ingots per. You know what happens next? Hold, please. Okay, so I went ahead and got all the aluminum that I needed, and quite a bit more, quite frankly. I mean, why not? So let's run over here and put this over here. I already threw one of them there. Hopefully, yeah, that's good. It will fit just right there. Interesting. Moving it just slightly, turning it. That was strange, but whatever. That'll work. It's fine. It's fine. Let's move this. And then we can go ahead and put everything together. This is not going to be as pretty as I would like it to be, but at least it is going to be working and tested. And then, you know, it could be made better later. Yeah, and put this over here. And I think we're good to go with everything being put back. Yeah, because the heaters were originally over here, I believe. Yes, they were. So obviously, they're the monstrosities back here. So yeah, the windmills are now on. Well, I mean, there's currently no wind. That's why I was not really concerned with these at the beginning. So at least we've got everything in place. So whenever the game releases, we can start, you know, basically terraforming the rest of this planet and going from there. So you know what? I think this is a good place to end this episode. As always, thanks so much for joining me today, and we will see you in the next one.